everyone, this is Gus from Laredo Sabers. I'm here to show you the Series 1 Clan Saber craft system. Essentially, the Series 1 has these 4 hilts. It's basically the same hilt, but it was used by different characters. The first one here essentially was used by Mace Windu in episode 1. You can see him wear it in the last scene, the peace celebration with the Gungans. But it's more recognized as the Kit Fisto hilt. The next one is the Eith Koth, and it was assigned by Lucasfilm to Eith Koth, also part of the Jedi Council. He actually has a pretty interesting story post Order 66, and I haven't named the hilts yet except for this one, but I think I already know what this one is going to be called. I won't say it just yet. Anyways, the third saber is from a character that was featured in the Clone Wars on one episode only. He was called, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to say it right, but he was called Imagundi. I don't know exactly why they selected that name, but anyways, that's the character's name, and the main difference is that he uses a golden grip. Not so sure about the rivets here, but I believe they were golden as well. And this one right here is essentially the same hilt as the standard Fisto, but without any kind of treatment. It's basically raw aluminum. Now, all 4 hilts use also some real purchase parts. Basically, the O-rings, it has 2 here in the end cap of the pommel, 1 here right at the pommel body, and then a couple here on top of the suit section. The other real part is the trussed needle bearings that are here on the top. These are beautiful pieces, and give these hilts their unique look. I like them a lot, and you can even kind of rotate them here. Anyways, for this one, in particular the Eith Koth, I'm also going to include, instead of these machined rivets that are threaded, I'm going to put in the real authentic aircraft rivets from the UK. This is basically a found part. I'm not sure if it's exactly that part number, the one I selected, but it's exactly the same size and in shape and color that is seen on the hilt. So this one again will have 3 types of real parts: the O-rings, the bearings, and the rivets. These ones will have standard threaded rivets. Well, they're actually not rivets by any means, but I'm calling it rivets because of this one right here. But anyways, I'm gonna pause the video here because I'm gonna rearrange stuff here to show you what comes with the hilt. So each hilt comes with the full assembled hilt. You don't have to do anything, it'll come pre-assembled, and it comes with 3 extra parts. The reason is that as it comes, it's basically a display piece. It has no bend holes or any see-through on the blade plug. So I included a see-through end cap for the blade plug. You can see the 3 slots in there, and then the pommel body with orifices for sound venting. So if you plan to install, you would want to use these 2 instead of the static ones. To remove and change, basically you unscrew the pommel, you remove the O-ring, the end cap, set it aside. This one has a different finish. I didn't get one with the proper finish as this one, but you will have the correct one. So you put in the end cap, and you'll see you now have holes that are partially hidden behind that. And you can put on the O-ring back on. Oh, sorry, it's a little bit difficult to do it here in the box. But anyways. And then you put it back on. Anyways, you get the point. For the blade plug, you will just unthread the top part, put in the new one, and then you have your see-through blade plug. You'll be able to see in your pixel blade connector from there. Now, as you can see, there's no visible retention screws, and that's because, again, this is a display piece first, so it won't show any retention screws. It does have a retention screw, and it's hidden behind the second large cone here. So that's the reason of this additional part. Now, some of you might want to have quick access to the retention screw, some of you might not. So this one will have an extra hole that will allow you to insert your wrench into the hole, and you can access the set screw. So in order to swap that part out, you take out the emitter end cap and remove the second cone. You'll see right there is your retention screw. So you'll put in the new ring, and you can line up the hole where the retention screw is. Put in your bearing, and then the end cap. Sorry about the dogs barking. Right there, you can see the retention screw right there. You can line it up better, and then you can put in your blade plug, tighten it up so it won't fall out. And once it's set, you can rotate this ring again so you don't see the hole line up right where the buttons are. You can put it any place you want. You just untighten the top ring, and then you just rotate it, put it on the back side, and then you're set. The blade plug won't fall out, and you can still access quickly your retention screw for the blade. So essentially now you have the see-through, the sound bands. Now you want to access the chassis. To do that, again, you remove the pommel, and there's your chassis inside. Bit of warning, it's not installed yet, but I did add components here to show you how it works. It won't fall out, but if you untighten these two knobs, you can remove it. Again, it's not installed. The Profi board is just sitting in place where it lives. Anyways, one thing that I am offering is these PCBs that were made by my friend Sam over at Shadowfoil Props. These are essentially 2 buttons and 2 NeoPixels right here. So these will go right behind the bezel LEDs, which are your power and auxiliary buttons. So you don't have any extra buttons anywhere. It's just these 2 right here. Again, I'll show you once I have the chassis installed how that works, but for now you'll see how to put it together. As you can see, there's a flat piece or flat part right here, there's only one way to go in. You'll reach a point where if you're putting it this way, it won't go in. You have to slide it where the flat part is. Like I'm gonna put it sideways, it won't go in. But once I find the right spot, I'm going all the way, and then or sorry, I'll put the like the pommel again. So this is how this part works. Now I'm gonna pause it again to reorganize and show you how to take it all apart, because again, this is part of the Clan Saber craft system, where you can swap parts with other hilts. One detail I forgot to tell you in the last segment is that this section right here is clockable. You can rotate it and put it in any position you want. To do that, you untighten it, and then this piece here is a clocking ring. It rotates, so you can move it into the position you want, and then you can essentially put the cover tech on the side or whatever. Just remember to move it and tighten it again. And if you don't want to do that and just keep it where it should be, you can add a dab of glue so that it never moves again. You won't need to tinker with this part because it's not functional necessarily, but it is important for the Clan Saber craft system, because this piece can work with other parts. You can put it into a, I don't know, a Shakti body, or the Maul grips. So I mean that's part of the good or playability you have with the system as is. Now, to show you, essentially the system has 4 sections: the emitter section, the switch section, grip, and the pommel section. So all the threading between the emitter and the switch section is the same as the pommel and the cover tech or grip section. To show you real quick, I can remove the top or the full emitter, and basically I can put it reversed. So now you have a different looking saber. It's just reversed. Or if you're gonna buy more than one, you can also like remove the whole section and thread it here, and now you have a staff. Again, this ring is clockable, so you can put all the, or line up the rings. I mean, that's the whole purpose of the system. You can do a custom saber, you can do a staff, you can swap parts, rearrange them any way you want. At the moment, we're not selling individual sections yet because we haven't produced them. So you will be able to buy sections once a new hilt is produced. So after the Series 1, all the parts, or let's say all the sections, will be available. You can purchase the whole emitter section, or the whole switch section, grip, or pommel. So you can start playing with it and creating your own hilts. Now, right now, again, it's only one hilt, so you can only do it in a few ways, but you get the point. So that's how it's gonna work. The next Saber lineup is gonna be the Shakti, Barry's Ophi, and potentially the Syndraulic canonized hilt. The one that shares the similarities with the Shakti body. So I'm still not sure if that's going to fit in properly with that with this series 2, but I'll let everyone know. But for sure, the Shakti and Barry's Ophi are the next ones, the series 2. All right. Hope you guys like it. I really put in my heart and soul in this project. I've been working on it for at least a couple of years, ever since I did the Geonobi, which unfortunately it's not compatible because I didn't plan it when I started doing this one with Shane at Saber. So it was, unfortunately, again, it's not compatible. It has different threading, but you can still have the rest of the clan hilts. So after series 2, series 3 is going to be the Plo Koon Luminara Darth Maul hilts, because they all share the same components. And then finally the Kiadimundi hilt. Now on that one, Shane already has the Arenakin, which is basically a alternate Kiadimundi style hilt. So I'm not going to do that one. However, it does have the same threading as these, so if you buy the Arenakin from Saber Bay, you will be able to swap some parts for that too. So yeah, I didn't tell Shane about that, but I think it makes sense to have the same threading. I mean, I was already working on everything else, and I based the Arenakin on the Kiadimundi hilt I already was designing. So anyways, again, thank you very much for all your guys' support, and if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments down below, or shoot me an email or message through Facebook. Thank you.